Hey everybody, it's Letters and More here for the afternoon of March the 31st, 2021, right here on the Camodave channel. Fact Finder, D-Dub there gives us a good video here on the update of his car. He travels out. He used to travel on a scooter way back when. Now he's got a brand new car. What is it, a Nissan or something? Anyway, he's had a lot of trouble with it. Oh, I don't know. There's a whole bunch of trouble, but apparently it's a new car. Is it a brand new car or a kind of new car?
Says it's a 2021.
Says it, well, maybe it's a kind of new car. Anyway, somebody put low jack on it. It's draining the battery, and now he's having trouble with the battery draining, and then he took it in to get it fixed, and they won't honor the warranty, and now he's got to go find somebody who'll do the work on it, and I don't know. He's having a lot of trouble with it, and he's just throwing his hands up and going, it's time to take this car and just get rid of it and give me my money back. But I don't know. It's headache. It's the Nissan Headache, the new car. I wonder unless he's kind of, showing off the BOD there. I don't know. She's into wild turkey, the hunt for the site of a long-demolished hot springs. Hot in the desert there, and, she's, you don't want to wear a big woolen sweater, I guess, when you're out in the middle of the desert, and so she's happily dressed for that latest exploration. We got a new one of Adam the Woo down there in Florida doing some more touristy stuff there. He's at the Seminole County Fair. This we really wouldn't even need to report on because who cares, I don't know, who cares? A fair in California, and Florida. It's going to be interesting. I don't know. Anyway, he said he turned his comments off, okay? But he turned the comments off a few videos ago because he's going around with his with this lady named Daphne who everybody's dubbed Madam the Woo, and they were saying comments about her and stuff like that, and I don't know. There's an age difference between them, but both of them are way over 20, so who knows? But anyway, there's a lot of comments on that, and Adam was not particularly happy about it, so he turned the comments off. Now he says he gives us a lecture, okay? The lecture is that he's turning the comments back on for now. However, this may change if he wants multiple fake accounts that create negative information to go away. He's not against the constructive criticism or even the negative thoughts, but he will not stand for shaming myself and my friends who appear in my videos or posting their personal information. So he posted that. If you feel it necessary to do that here, he wants you actually to chime in so he can block you. No exception. So Adam is getting tough on the commenters, okay? So do not try to dox him and do not write really nasty personal stuff about his friends and like that. So yeah. Again, you can turn your comments around. You don't have to turn the comments off, but you can turn them so that all of the comments will not appear. No comment will appear unless you approve it ahead of time, which can be a pain because when you have 674 comments on a video, that's a lot of work. You've got to personally approve 674 comments, and that's sitting there all day just approving comments. So to be honest with you, a lot of folks that have big channels and don't want to talk about, don't want to have to sit and screen comments all day long because that's boring. Hey, let's do a few letters here, shall we? Salty Kraken says if you're not strong enough to face a little criticism, then get the heck off of the internet. Yeah. I don't know. Again, we were talking about Max and Lee and the tragedy that happened to Lee, and that's so sad. But at the same time, you put stuff up on YouTube, you leave it up there, people are going to talk about it, and, I don't know. So it's really sad, and I don't think there's an easy answer for that, other than maybe some people just should get off of YouTube and for their own sake, just not everybody should be putting all their public and private stuff up on YouTube, Taylor Rose says Dave 2D is not responsible for what happened to Lee. If you put your life out on social media, then expect good, kind people along with the jerks. You get a lot of good comments. I mean, that's the one thing people do ignore or they don't mention is you get a lot of comments, and 80-90% of them are usually positive. There's always that 5 or 6 or 4% that aren't. But the vast majority of comments most YouTubers get are positive, If you can't take the heat, then turn off the comments and don't search yourself out by, and don't keep searching around looking what other people are saying about you. This is a vicious cycle. You just turn the comments off Like what Adam did. A perfect example. What Adam the Woo did. Comments are getting a little crazy. He's putting some stuff on there that he doesn't want people talking about. So he just turns the comments off for a few days and says, watch it. Benoy Voody says, I don't think that Dave 2D crossed any lines, although there could be sensitive people going through, nasty lows in their thought process that he has roasted. It's a tough subject. My heart is with Lee, but I still believe that Dave 2D was just being sarcastic and funny. Cindy says, I got quite a few... Oh, excuse me, I'm trying to do a show here. Can you please keep it quiet? Thank you. Cindy says, I got a lot of views on the Lee video about what happened to her, or am I profiting on her depression and etc. Almost all the time I do news things on my YouTube channel, I turn off the monetization, okay? YouTube usually does it if you don't do it yourself, but if I'm talking about a trailer fire, or I'm talking about some YouTuber that, or some nomad that gets in some accident, or something like that, or something bad happens to somebody in a newsy type environment, YouTube will usually go through and just say, sorry, we've demonetized your video. I just go ahead and demonetize those because it's just like, I unmonetize it. Plus I don't want to be making money on spreading bad news. Although, you watch TV news and something bad happens and they hype it and sell more commercials. So the news business does that. But yeah, I almost always will unmonetize a video where I'm talking about serious newsy stuff like what happened to Lee. Confabulous Cruisers Creative Confabulation says, I agree YouTubers have a right to post. Others have a right to comment on what's posted. If someone disturbs your peace, block them. Simple. Again, people, there's always two sides to everything. If you put a lot of your drama about your life up on YouTube, you're going to get views because people do like the drama. Okay, that will help you build a channel. Once you start getting up to a certain stratosphere in terms of views, you got to go more than just, okay, we're just doing a camping channel. You get into the personal relationships of your life. That's what takes it up to that other level. You look at almost all these channels that go way up there and hundreds of thousands of views plus. They're talking about much more than just camping or explorations. They're getting involved in, you're getting involved in their personal decisions and life decisions. But again, that's a double-edged sword because now you've got thousands and thousands of strangers commenting on your life. Do you want that? Chewy's daddy says, do you seriously not have a life except to make videos about other people and their lives? Once again, it's a whole history of commentary and criticism. There are some people that make videos and other people that make videos about them making their videos. I mean, people write books and then people write books about, or people write articles about, the book. Fair criticism is just part of our dynamic life in a free culture, okay? Yes, we could go to a society where, nobody's allowed to write about anything like that. Why do you write about other people that do videos? Because they're putting their lives out there in public and people want to talk about it. That's part of the whole mix. Okay, people are allowed to post videos on YouTube, but nobody can you can't comment on it. You want to really live in a society like that? What are you saying, Brian?
Those who can do, those who can't criticize.
Oh, I've heard the same thing about teaching. Have you heard the same thing about teaching?
Yes.
That those who do, but those who can't teach, right? If you know some fancy schmancy stuff, why don't you have a job doing that? No, you're teaching it, right? It's the same thing. I don't know, man. People who watch football, yeah, right. They criticize the quarterback. Yeah, they don't,
Yeah.
But it's true in everything. Politics, we criticize politicians. All channels, all these news channels, they're not politicians, but they're sitting there criticizing all the politicians. That's the culture. That's freedom. We have the freedom to do that. And I'd rather live in a society where we have the freedom to do that than a society where we don't have that freedom. I'm just saying. Finally, we have this wonderful overlook over YouTube. Too many people need a real job. And YouTube is not a real job. Yeah. I don't know. Taylor Rose wrote, no, that was George Bush. I don't know. Probably not the former president. Anyway, hey everybody, thank you so much for watching this Letters, and More video for the 31st of March 2021. We'll talk to you later right here on the Camo Dave channel. Blog under.